Driving along in my ENV200. It's not mine, but it's ours. And so you're joining me whilst I get a McDonald's. We've got a few things to discuss. Give you guys a chance to get on board. A few early adopters of the live. You'll get the joy of me ordering. What do I order? I tell you what. Let's get a spicy signature collection spicy. And obviously, I won't be able to read any comments or anything you're saying because I'm driving a car. But once I got my food, I will pull up. Goes down on its own. Doesn't go up on its own. Oh, better keep it open. Signature collection, spicy. Stood still. How you guys doing? Isn't going to be that boring a video. But you just got to wait until I've finished ordering my McDonald's. But I've gone live to give you some time to get on board for those that want to see it. Hope it's working okay. I'm not going to get served, am I?
Sorry about that, wait. Can I take your order, please?
Hi, yeah. Can I have spicy signature collection, please, with a Coke?
Sorry, we don't have any fizzy drinks at the moment.
Oh, okay. Hot chocolate then, please.
Yeah, anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doesn't auto return this window. I've been told that if you press with it closed, fully closed, press and hold it for 10 seconds. Oh. Right, it's gone down on its own. Good. No, that hasn't worked. No, that hasn't worked. That hasn't worked. But I did hear it click. It did reset they're dead right. So if anyone's got auto windows, you know, where you press it and let go and it goes down on its own, if you get it to fully closed position and pull the switch up for 10 seconds, it resets it. I just heard it click and I thought for a moment I'd broken it, but I haven't broken it. So thanks for the tip. I cannot remember your username, sorry, but you gave me that tip, but it hasn't actually worked. Goes down, but no returnee. Press and hold, doesn't do anything. Anyway, that's very interesting. So didn't have any drinks, any fizzy drinks. So I suspect enough people are watching now who actually are interested in watching this live. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Very good, yes. This is basically one big computer, isn't it? And our window goes up and down okay. Does it go up and down automatically? As in, do you press and hold it and then let go and it goes down on its own? But does it return back up again? Because if yours does, mine does not. And I think it's intentional. I don't think it's a fault. I just think it doesn't do it. Passenger window, not auto at all. No down, no up. A lot quicker on the down though. Yes, only the driver's door. Thanks, James. Unfortunately, mine doesn't. So, it's no biggie, no real biggie. I just noticed it was a difference between that and the Leaf. Anyway, now you're all on board, most of you. For those who don't, you can watch it later anyway. I ordered, as you may know, heated steering wheel. I ordered this ENV200, and I had two to choose from, 7-seaters on not even on Auto Trader, one on Auto Trader for 15,000. It was the model down from this. It was Essentia, and there was this one on the Nissan website, a 7-seater. So I rung up the first company who was selling it for £15,000, and actually it was it wasn't 15, it was 13,995. Well, what a bargain, 7-seater for that money, good stuff. And I rung up because they said it was a 7 kilowatt. When I inquired, it wasn't a 7 kilowatt, and it was like, darn, it took them a few days to find out whether it was or wasn't. And it wasn't, so I was like, blow it all. So what I then did is I found this other one, which I'm currently sat in, and it's an ENV Techno Rapid Plus PLUS. And if you go and look it up on the Nissan website, you'll see it comes. The only difference between the next one down, the Rapid, and this one is the fact that the Plus stands for 7 kilowatt. 2, if not 3, very eagle-eyed watchers noticed that mine didn't have the 2 charging options, the timing options on the dash. So after been investigating and scrabbling around over the weekend, I have found out that unfortunately this is not a 7 kilowatt. And if you haven't watched the delivery video and all the hassle getting it, etc., it came from Eastbourne, which is 3.5-4 hours away. Got it trailered here. It's not as advertised. How about that? So after driving it around for a couple of days, and there's no way of finding out, there was no way of telling, for me, there's no way of telling, apart from the dash, which I wasn't 100% sure it was the same as the Leaf, no way of telling whether it was a 7 kilowatt or not. I just assumed I was getting what was advertised. So, massive, yeah, beep, 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 there. Sorry if I just deafened you. Send it back. Right, that was an option to send it back, yes. Now, after a long discussion, and what's the logic of getting this? The whole logic of getting this is to have the 7 kilowatt and Amy would be absolutely fine. She gets back home, stick it on a new 7 kilowatt charger, back at home, every hour, gives her 25 miles. No hassle. Anyway, we had a long discussion about it. She's currently on holiday, and decided that we'd probably keep it. Definitely false advertising. They've admitted it was a complete screw up. You know, it's not. They've not denied it. They've not tried to say, "Wow, we told you so," or anything like that. They've said, "Man, oh man, really sorry. Don't know what happened there." So yeah, and the thing is, this ENV200 in this spec it is an absolutely brilliant car. Absolutely brilliant. And honestly, we did not want to give it back. You go and search for a 7-seater ENV200 with a 7 kilowatt, or even any ENV 7-seater 200. Few and far between. The one that I was looking at, the 13995, is still on Auto Trader. There are no others. There's plenty of vans, there's plenty of 5-seaters. There are no others. And you might see this part here. Another Eagle Eye viewer noticed that that is actually an expensive upgrade. It's about 800 quid, I think, that upgrade. Just going to go and pay. Hiya. Bargain. Cheers, thanking you. It's not auto returning. I've got so used to that. Anyway, so we decided that actually probably you can't upgrade it, unfortunately. So there's no way of upgrading this. Even though it's a new vehicle, it was registered in November last year. So technically it's second hand, but only done 35 miles. Bear with me. Collecting my meal.
Yeah.
It's not ready. It's not ready.
Hi there.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Alright, cheers.
Chocolate for you, okay?
Alright, brilliant. I was going to put it in my excellent cup holder. He's gone, wasn't interested. Got one there. Got two here, one over there. Not one in the door though. Anyway, so let that information sink in. So after a long discussion, we decided actually it is the perfect vehicle for us, and we'd probably live with the 3.3. In reality, we're not going to do much public charging. It's just very, very unlikely we're going to charge ever in public. Thank you very much. Cheers. It's not auto returning. I'm going to keep on about that. Wind everyone up about it. Right, let me go find somewhere to park, and I'll be back with you. Do 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 do. Hopefully you can still hear me. I haven't got a clue. Right, here we are. There were only 6 registered 7-seaters. That was a year ago. That does not surprise me. Can you do aftermarket upgrade? No, you cannot. Yeah, you cannot upgrade it, unfortunately. So we've got a 3.3 with a Rapid on board, and that's what we've got. We've got the Tecna. Absolutely happy with the car. The car is absolutely brilliant. And if you haven't driven one, get in one and have it on a long test drive. Don't do a couple of hours like I had to have. Well, I had a bit longer with the Zoe, but don't just take it for a quick spin. Actually get in it and get used to it. Hi from Portugal. Hello. So we have decided to stay with it. The people we bought it from, was it Yeomans from Eastbourne? Nissan in Eastbourne, basically. Yes, Brett, 3.3 kilowatt charger. So, yeah, 3.3. So it's a 3.3, just to reiterate for people that have just joined, it's a 3.3, not a 7 or 6.6 kilowatt. So it's not that. It's the lower down version of the home charging, so it doesn't affect the rapid charging. Still use that on the motorways if you wanted to venture out on the motorways, no problem. Exactly the same. It's got the rapid. It just means at home or at public charge points, which, by the way, we never use. My Leaf for the last 2 years, I might have been to a rapid a couple of times. Pretty much. I'm being a bit vague there because I don't know exactly, but it's not a daily occurrence by any means whatsoever. 99.9% of my charging is done at home. It will be exactly the same with this one. I would actually like to for Amy to have had, for that peace of mind, twice the speed of charging. It's not the case. We've decided to stick with it, and Yeomans of Eastbourne, we're going to give £250 to £500 off. I did say to them that is no way. That's just not. We can't do that. And I don't want to be a complete a-hole about it, but that isn't enough to warrant the living with this for what we're trying to keep it for 10 years. This car. That's the whole point of this. 10 years, big purchase. Keep it for 10 years. So anyway, so we're going to stick with that. And they came back late today, so that's why I haven't done a video on this. I've known about this for a couple of days, haven't done a video. I wanted to see what their response was so I could report back on how good they are, and how much movement they want to make on things, and etc, or whether they stuck the middle finger up to me. They didn't. So what's happened is they've given a refund back, or going to, but I'm pretty sure they will. They're going to give a refund back of £1,000. So we've got £1,000 off. So this was 18,500. Bartered back and forth down to 17,500, and now there's a £1,000 refund, so it's now 16,500. Now that actually does make it a very, very, very good priced ENV200. So thank you to Eastbourne in Yeomans in Eastbourne for actually working with us trying to resolve that, and that's good. It'll, it's easier for them. It's registered under our name now. To re-register it would mean it would be 2 owners on the book. It's just messy. That's a real clean break, £1,000 back, and it actually makes it a really good value. And especially if, for instance, we just return this, cannot get another one. They're just not available. It's not like there's loads of them going for sale. So yeah, so that is actually good. So we're going to go with that, and obviously we'll report back over the next year, or next whole of ownership, to see what that actually means. So public charging is pretty much out the window. You plug it in, you leave it there for an hour, you're going to get 12 miles, which is better than nothing if it's free. But realistically, it's going to be charging from home only now. And I'm actually come in to get a McDonald's to test out Amy's Monday journey that she does. So there we go. So yeah, you're right. 7 kilowatts, 32 amps. So it's a 32 amp. So I can use my standard charger I got at home. That doesn't need to be removed. We've got another one coming for the Zoe. So yeah. Yeah, it is good of them to give me money back. You've got to remember that I did say to them I'm still not really happy, in inverted commas, with the whole thing, but it's good. We love the car, so we're going to stick with that. So I thought you'd let you guys know about that. Someone did say, I saw pop up in the messages, they're coming up very, very thick and fast, so I can't really read them all. Someone did say get your own Chademo, so your own public Chademo thing. Yeah, I'll ring Nissan. I think they're 20k, are they, to be installed, to buy and to actually install. Bet you can't wait for the Zoe. Awesome flexi charger. I cannot. I'll tell you what, the feedback from Zoe has been amazing. I don't know why there seems to be more Zoe people interested in the Zoe than the Leaf. Why is that? Someone tell me why that is. There's a massive amount of buzz around the Zoe. Don't know why. It just is. So, but the Zoe, yeah, again, people have said, much poorer quality, poorer interior. It doesn't, to me, it does not matter. I got in that car, I drove it, and it felt brilliant for exactly what I wanted. It fits the remit, and obviously I'll find out later on. Feels of the car, later on I'll find out when I get to use to ride it. Van, how much can you feel it, or does it feel more like a family car? The steering is massively lighter. You're right, okay for a dog car. That's exactly right, the Zoe. Yeah, the steering is massively lighter than the Zoe. I haven't got a Zoe. Than the Leaf. And the turning circle seems a lot tighter as well. I need to actually test it. But whether or not I'll be able to do it and actually test it and mark it out and all that sort of bit. It takes so much time, which I haven't got. But this feels like a really nice car, and I absolutely love it. Amy absolutely loves it, which is the main thing. She's going to be driving it all the time. But it's so spacious. I mean, you can get up and you can crouch down. You can't stand in the back, obviously, but masses of room. You slide both doors open, all the family piles in, stuff gets chucked everywhere, as you've seen in the previous videos. You got scooters, you got it goes on and on. It all gets lobbed in, And the back seats, they are so comfortable. If you sit in the back of one of these, if you ever get a chance, they're so rare. This is probably going to go up in value because it'd be like so rare. You can sit back and lean right back even with the buggy in there. So, yeah, what's this then? Kia Soul, we got all those. Look, small people can stand, you're exactly right. So the children can stand up, no problem. Zoe is awesome because you can drive non-stop from UK to Austria in 32 hours. Brilliant. You're actually probably right. So, yeah, we've got a charger coming for the Zoe anyway. So, I'm glad the video's helped. Nissan is more of a niche car maker. Yeah, possibly. I mean, the build quality of the Leaf, there's no two ways about it. It is brilliant. They've gone above and beyond, Nissan have, with build quality. So, Andrew, I love big butts and I cannot lie. The Zoe fits perfectly. Something. I can't read out all comments because some of them might be rude. No rude comments. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy my McDonald's now. Unless any of you's got any specific questions, I'm going to kill the live feed. Will you miss the Leaf? Do you know what? I will miss the Leaf. But the trouble is, because I'm a bit of a gadget mad person, the next car, that's the focus. So, bye-bye Leaf. Hello Zoe. I'm also looking forward to actually owning it rather than leasing it. It's a bit like a house, I suppose. If you rent a house, it's not yours. Never feels the same, does it? So I'm going to buy the Zoe and I want to try and see how long I can keep that for. Yeah. How much does it cost to install a charger at home? Well, OLEV grant, the government grant in the UK, allows you to install 2 chargers if you've got 2 EVs. So, yeah, I will get another one and it will cost me nothing in answer to your question. If you wanted to buy one, they're about 800 quid. They're not really, but the maximum price you pay is about 800 and you can probably get them off eBay. So, yeah. How long until you get fed up with the Zoe? It depends, I suppose, doesn't it? Were the Zoe... I'll answer that question in a minute. Were the Zoe seats as comfortable? No, they were not as comfortable as the Leaf seats. Zoe seats were not as comfortable as the Leaf seats. How long will I own the Zoe? The Zoe will be owned for... I'm hoping to be able to hold on to it for at least 3 years. So that's the goal, is to keep it for 3 years at least. Because of the price I've got, if I go for 4 years or possibly 5 according to the maths, and then it's worth 4 grand, I'm in the money. What are you doing to do with your Model 3 reservation? They're fading out. The comments are coming in and fading out. I can just get time to read them. Model 3 is cancelled. Now, this is another thing, I will keep reporting on this. I have not received my refund. So the video that Zoe, when that Zoe video went up, the one where I took it for a test drive, I came back, I booked it the following day or day after, and then I've ordered, went into the dealership and ordered one. At that same day, I cancelled my reservation for my 3, because what's the point? I mean, I got in the Leaf, I had a revelation. I get in the Zoe, I'm driving along, and suddenly these things are ringing in your head, which is, oh, you're waiting for the affordable electric car. And you're thinking, I'm sat in it. I'm sat in something that's going to cost me about 16 grand to own the whole thing. So getting on for half the price of the Model 3. No, it is half the price of the Model 3 and some base model. And it'll do 150 miles easily. So, and it's a car that's actually available now and has been out available for months. I mean, loads of you Zoe owners with the thing. So, Ian, go eat. Yeah, I thought you were having a Tesla battery for your home. Why the Q90 if you don't use superchargers? We're not going to use superchargers on this. The Quick Charge 90, that was a consideration. But what I'm hoping to do is open up more charging. Well, it's not going to be more with the Zoe, is it? I'm hoping that I can do trips like down to Cornwall. Is that if I can get 150 miles out of it and then charge, that's great. With that, so I'll be pushing more mileage out of the Zoe and doing longer trips. There has been in some period of my ownership. Your dealer can't. Where are you from, Lee? Where are you from, Lee Pratt? You said your dealer can't do it. You need to get in hold of Ben at Gloucester. He will set you up with a deal very much like that. So if you want a really cracking deal on the Zoe, your whole get it picked up for the money you can save. I had this ENV delivered from Eastbourne across to me, and it was £238. I got it trailered. So get in contact with Ben at Gloucester Renault. Look him up, and he will get a good deal. So go directly to Hull. Go directly to Hull. Do not collect. £200, very good. But you could get that. You could get a train from Hull to because it's the Zoe. You go and pick it up, enjoy the ride. You know, actually come down and get it. Are you going to do some more bids on 9bot? More bids? We're not doing a deal on 9bot. Now go eat. People try to get rid of me now. Any more questions? Sales on the 9bot every 6 months, pretty much. And most of these followers aren't going to know what 9bots are. Scarborough to Hull by train. Exactly. When we did the 1,000-miler charity ride on the single wheels, we went from Barnsley. Vids. Sorry, phone. More vids. I was thinking what you're on about bids. When we get a new model in, probably. That'll be when that happens. Right, any more questions? Because look at this, look. Signature collection by McDonald's. Rumour was BMW 100 him, yeah. Glenn's been sacked. Join late. What's the problem with an ENV? Whatever happened to your electric Charles bike? Electric Charles bike. Very, very noisy. Bearing issue within the motor. It was already there when I bought it. I knew it was. I knew I'd have to replace it. The bearing cost about £8. Immensely more complex to break it down. What books are you reading? Do I read books? 9bot Z10. Brett's ready for that. Brett's already got his deposit down on the 9bot Z10. Haven't you, Brett? Not really a deposit. It's just money I owe you. More vids on the Zoe, please. Right, Zoe. I haven't got the Zoe yet. Oh, I have. Look at this. This is brilliant. I'll keep on yassering. And I'll remember things. I have got the Zoe from this Thursday or this Friday, and it's going to be... We're going to London in it. Me and Mike are going to London in the Zoe. So breaking news, hot off the press. Yeah, so we will be going from Gloucester all the way up to London, so 3-hour drive approximately. That's going to be testing it to the max. It'll all be recorded. We'll be doing destination charging as well. There won't be any rapids at point of destination, so it'll have to be public charging or with a 3-pin. Gloucester are working really, really well on the ENV side. Ben at Gloucester, he's actually bought in a granny charger, brick charger, 3-pin charger, specifically because I said it's good to have that on standby. I've got the same Zoe on test with Gloucester next week. Hey, Gary, good stuff. Ian, I've been watching your vlog for a while now. It's faded out. What's the cost of ownership of the Leaf over 4 years, including servicing, and what the servicing costs? So that's 3 ENVs parked up until you hand your Leaf back. Only if I get my Zoe before my Leaf goes back. Nothing like jumping in the deep. Nothing like jumping in the deep. Yeah, exactly right. Cost of owning my Leaf was on lease. It's £248, 250 quid a month. It was over 4 years, and I think it was £1,500 down. So I think it's 13.5 grand to own that car with the finance, and then there was servicing costs around about 200 quid a year, approximately. So add that up, and you're going to get the 30 kilowatt Leaf. I'm not getting a 30 kilowatt Leaf. No, Ben. I am going for the Zoe 40 kilowatt version. Collaborative with James Cook. I haven't. The problem with these cars is they're rapid something. Flipping faded out. Brilliant, thanks for that. Just turned in, but what about the new Leaf? What's the problem with the ENV200? Do a vid on a Hyundai. Your videos on the ENV2 actually, real testing is actually quite good. Thank you, and rare. 41 kilowatt, please. Yeah. There's too many questions there. I'm going to have to go through after and just answer them. I will. Once I get back home and I've eaten this. Fries. They've gone cold. I'd love to see the Zoe, especially if it's 40 kilowatt. It is, yeah. It's 41 kilowatt. Cold mount is not healthy. It isn't. It's bad for you. Devaluation. Sorry, I forgot the first part of your question. Hi, Ian. Hi, Phil. How you doing? How's your Tesla that caught fire? Don't get. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say don't get a Tesla because they catch fire, because that would be inaccurate. Because lots of people got Teslas, but Phil had a Tesla, and it was parked up and it set fire to itself. What happened to your other, Phil? Comment now. What happened to your brand new Tesla? Because that went really well as well, didn't it? Was it you on your 3rd steering rack for that Tesla? I think you are. They had to drop out the whole suspension unit and everything, didn't they? But yeah. Anyway, guys, some people don't like watching people eat. Tell people, Phil, if you want to be public about it, tell people the current problems you've got with your Tesla. 3rd steering rack's one of those that I've just mentioned. New motor. So Phil's listing out the problem he's had with his Tesla. New motor, 3rd steering rack he's on. And this is a new Tesla, by the way, which is a replacement for the one that set fire to itself. New tailgate. Oh yeah, that was misaligned, wasn't it? You had to have it cut off and a new one welded on. I will try and do more live stuff like this. Yes, I will. I will. What I'm going to try and do is there should be a bit more content coming it is literally time, so I haven't got a lot of time. So complaints with audio, I've actually got a mic connected now. So mic will be coming on. This has just gone real jittery, this phone, so I'm going to start using the mic more. I've got loads of audio equipment and stuff at work. So I'm using that one. I'll try and do some more lives. There should be more content coming because of the Zoe coming and this ENV200. And it'll probably tail back out again, and you'll get massive dry periods because there's just no point in filming myself driving around and eating McDonald's. Is a Zoe built in Korea? I'm not sure. Just joined What Up with Van. Who's Mike? Mike works for me. Also a friend. Come, bud. What's the issue? Flip. Does it even take decent weight in it? Lawnmower ENV200 van or different? I'm not sure. I am not sure, because the normal ENV fits 2 Euro pallets in it. I don't know what the weight is for it, but someone pointed out, another viewer pointed out, it's good having you lots of viewers, so thank you for joining and thank you for commenting. Absolutely brilliant. They pointed out that you've got to be really, really careful on the motorway because it could be a speed restriction. So is there anybody watching, because I went to the government website and I couldn't find out, can you drive this on a motorway at 70 miles an hour at all dual carriageway, or is it restricted to 60? I'm not sure what its weight is. If it's over 2 ton, apparently you're restricted. Don't know. Someone find out and tell me, because I'm really lazy. Come back now and tell me. Yes, it's changed again. No home charging as live in flat. Options. Public charging. Go to ZapMap or zap-map.com. Search your local area for what charges you've got, and you'll find there's loads of charges around. So if you're going for something like the 41 kilowatt Zoe, and you can do 150 miles before you run out, then you just need to go and find depending on what mileage you're doing, it's very likely if you're doing about 20 or 30 miles a day, then every 3-4 days you have to go and find a public charger and go and charge. So with these EVs getting longer and longer range, and Phil's just mentioned he's got a Tesla and he's got no off-street parking, and he's got no hassle with putting a cable over the pavement at all. Oh yeah, he got reported. Another thing. I didn't get a McFlurry. I want one 40 kilowatt Zoe, but need one under 10 grand. Good luck with that. No charging at home. No charging at home. 2 years ago, HGV 60 miles. It's faded out. Sorry, you've written that, but I will read it later. I've seen the answer to it. I think you've answered it. So yeah, if you're not with the range getting longer and longer on EVs, if you haven't got anywhere to charge at home, the argument with the fact you need to have leads coming out your 6th floor flat coming across a pavement, not the case. The longer the range, and all you need to do now is pop to a Chadamo or whatever your rapid charger is, or go to a public charge point and go off and do some shopping for an hour or two. Oh, okay, vans, and all vans can do speed limits, so there's no speed restriction on this ENV200. Thank you very much for answering that question. So we can leather it around at 70 miles an hour. Model Y? No. If I'm completely honest, I've kind of lost interest in the Tesla side of things. I mean, we got a load of hassle from when I brought up Phil's problems he's had with his Tesla. Got a lot of people didn't like it being highlighted, which is not surprising. I did write to Tesla and ask them to comment, but they wouldn't tell me anything. Range is not enough for daily commute. 100 miles is enough for my daily commute. No speed restriction. 130 kilometers. Oh, we're talking about speed restrictions by law, not by design of the car, more than anything. I haven't tested the top speed of this yet. I suspect it's not that fast and very inefficient as well. Right. Thank you very much for joining in. Thanks for your comments. We've had loads of comments recently, hundreds and hundreds of comments, so it's been absolutely brilliant chatting with you all. Look at the law, you're restricted to 50 in a 60 B road. Oh wait, someone just told me we're not anymore. It's changed. Do you know if you can have 2 7 yes, you can have 2 7 kilowatt chargers at your house. The issue is your consumer board and how many amps you've got allowed to draw through that. Usually it's about 100 amps, so 2 7 kilowatts, so 32 times 2, 64 amps. Thanks for the continued EV education. No problem at all. It is, again, the quality of the videos differs, but you've got to remember that it's completely free. It's my own time I'm taking up doing it for nothing. So and a block of flats. Don't, as I say, discuss that. I don't see that being an issue. If you've got a car that'll do 200 miles per charge, daily overnight charging on 200 is enough to get on the road next day with full batteries. Exactly right. Yeah. Then the kettlebells are flues. Yeah, possibly. Don't have a. I was talking to Phil about it. You can have a shout. You could have a. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can add up how many amps you're going to draw. Great vids. Thanks for that, Ian. Just my mum is thinking of getting the Ionic to make... it's faded. I'll answer it when I get back. Don't you wish we could get the Ampere with a good range? I know I do. Yeah, and it's the same with the Bolt. See, I might have considered the Bolt as well. But it's just not... It's not here, is it? And it hasn't got a rapid charge on it, as far as I know. Might be wrong. But, yes. Thank you very much, guys. Until next time, any more questions, just comment below, and I'll try and answer when I get back home this evening. So, could you connect car wings easily? Yes, I could connect car wings easily. It was going to that website. If you watch the other video and just hover over, you'll see the thumbnails flickering up at the bottom of the screen if you're on a Mac or a PC. And just check that. I actually found out you go to u.plus.nissan.co.uk or something. And I registered. And once I was registered, I was then able to go to the app and then use those details I registered with after filling all my VIN number in and stuff for this ENV200. And it just let me sign up just fine. You just need a mobile phone signal and a data signal on this system. So, yes, I am going to go now because my McDonald's is getting cold. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.